Alright, time to get to a show that people may have forgotten about.
You think about all the things that you love to do.
Littlest Pet Shop ran on the Hub/Discovery Family from 2012 to 2016, following a girl named Blythe Baxter who moves into an apartment above a pet shop and learns she can talk to animals, befriending a small group of the shop's regulars.
And while I'm trying to keep this short, in order to get the most amount of context for this review, I think I should give you a detailed description of all of these pets' characters. Twilight, Rarity, Pinkie Pie, Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, Snails.
Yeah, I mentioned this aired on the Hub, the same channel as Friendship is Magic, but that isn't the only similarity. It was animated by the same studio, DHX, had many of the same voice actors, several of the same writers, and even Daniel Ingram did the songs. While it never got to the heights of MLP's popularity, most fans who watched Littlest Pet Shop also watched that. And to be fair, it was good. It was cute, funny, the characters were likable, and while it didn't have the high highs of Friendship is Magic, it didn't have the low lows either. It was a pretty solid show from beginning to end.
At least I think so. I'll be honest, I haven't gone back to watch this though since it ended. So let's watch this episode from its last season to see if it still holds up. This is Littlest Pet Shop of Horrors.
We begin in the pet shop as it appears Blythe has finally snapped and starts laughing maniacally.
Best Halloween ever!
Oh god, she killed Applejack!
Ah!
And yes, Blythe is voiced by Ashley Ball, who also voices Applejack, even though she sounds like Rainbow here. And her friend Young Me is Mount Rushmore. Okay, so Ned was Jefferson, she's Roosevelt. We just need 2 more shows to have characters as Lincoln and Washington and we'll have the whole set. Blythe then kills Jefferson and then tries to give the pets candy, which would probably poison them. Unfortunately, it seems someone already got to them first as the pets are all zombies.
Oh, cupcake crumbs.
Yes, Young Me, just accept death. It's inevitable.
Well, it was gonna come eventually with all the sugar I eat. At least this will be quick. She gets infected as well as Sunil comes in saying that the pet's treats are what is causing this.
Sunil, what are we gonna do?
There's only one thing to do. Give up.
No, Blythe finds out the real cause.
The zombies aren't saying brains, they're saying... These things don't have an ounce of fiber. No wonder these guys feel like zombies. They're bloated.
Really? When I'm bloated, I just lie on my bed crying to myself, but if you say so.
Not sure how Young Me got infected if it's bloating, but Blythe gets the fiber treats and they all turn back to normal. But it all turns out to be a story Blythe is telling.
You pets didn't like my story?
It had less problems than 28 pranks later.
Meh.
I really liked to play. Wait, it wasn't supposed to be scary, was it?
Oh, snap! Oh, snap!
Anybody could come up with a scarier story than that.
Why don't we have a scary story contest? Winner gets this candy-coated liver ball.
Oh, it's a piece of shit.
Before we get to the stories, we see Blythe's dad, Roger, ending his shift.
I'm conning off back-to-back international long hauls.
Because if there's one group of people I want overworked and tired, it's pilots. Due to jet lag, he doesn't know it's Halloween, which scares him when a werewolf shows up. Back with the pets, Russell decides to go first.
Okay then, I'll go first. I have a story that'll scare the pants off ya.
I'm not saying they're exactly the same, but I always hear a little bit of Double D in Russell's voice.
So his story starts with a new pet being dropped off at the shop.
This fella will be staying with us all day and overnight.
Alright, hedgehog I'm willing to accept. Panda bear, pretty much illegal, but I can understand wanting one. Skunk, a little weird, but I'll let it slide. But who the fuck wants a bat for a pet?
The girls all fall for him because Twilight, as the bat, named Vlad, says he is looking for true love.
I am so Team Vlad.
Blythe, please don't fuck the bat.
Russell wonders how Vlad is able to get the girls in his trance, and comes up with the only explanation.
He's not just a bat. Dude is a vampire.
And we get this episode's song. Unlike MLP, pretty much every episode of Littlest Pet Shop had a song, and because of that, most of them weren't that memorable, but this one's pretty solid.
The dude is a vampire, a creature of the night. It's your nick he desires, so don't let him out of sight.
Sounds sounds like On Our Own from Bobby Brown.
The story doesn't really have an ending. He opens some blinds, Vlad gets burned, he leaves to go start the coronavirus, and then it just stops.
Pretty scary, huh?
Actually, more gross than scary.
How?
And the song felt gimmicky.
You will not disrespect Daniel Ingram like that.
Back with Roger, he started going completely nuts.
It's not just werewolves, it's witches and hockey players!
Oh no, the Canadians are finally invading! Ah!
He runs out of gas because of course, and we return to the pets.
And the craft services table was out of low-fat muffins!
Yes, but at the very least they will always have honeydew. Pepper's turn. She wakes up late for a big show as she drives to it.
Hey, check me out. I can drive.
Well, it doesn't work out well. She nearly dies, but gets saved by Penny Ling.
Penny Ling? I'm not Penny Ling.
I'm Pepper Clark's biggest fan!
Are you parroting Misery? Oh my god, they're actually parroting Misery.
Okay, so I have a confession. I've never actually read or seen Misery, but I know that there is no way this can end well for Pepper's poor feats. Well, no, instead she decides to torture her with bad comedy.
Hey, so what's the deal with airplane food? They should call it airlane food. So, the owl says to the baseball player, who's on first?
Oh god, it's like being kidnapped by Obscurus Lupa. Not Allison, Lupa.
Okay, fine, Pepper wins, just please stop.
But it turns out it was all just a bad dream. Or was it?
Thank you. Hey, so what's the deal with bad dreams?
I'm your number one super fan. I'm your number one super fan.
Hi, welcome to hell.
It does end up scaring the rest of them, but none of them seem more scared than Roger.
How am I going to get home?
This guy was either a genuinely caring if goofy father or the dumbest in the dumbass dad trope on television, with very little in between. Sunil prepares to tell his story about his great-grandfather, Dr. Sunil Stein.
He was also a genius. His first invention? Color.
That was a great joke.
There's actually quite a few good jokes, from having the brain be a peanut, get it, to Vinny being the monster and that he likes to dance. The angry mob shows up and wants the monster's head.
He means no harm. Sometimes we fear that which we do not understand.
Kill it!
And this story scares everyone else and he wins the shit. Roger finally shows up acting like a zombie because reasons, and Blythe finally tells him it's Halloween.
Well, that explains so much.
Dad, I want to go live with Mom. Blythe, your mom is dead. I know. So Sunil, like most artists, decides to ruin his story by making a sequel where he makes another monster.
Rise, I say!
Wakey wakey. After all that napping, my toes are a-tapping.
Oh god. Dr. Sunil Stein is the real monster for creating that hellspawn. Yeah, this episode's good, but there are way better episodes you can watch.
This episode's nice. It's cute, got some good laughs, some fun homages, and the song was nice. That said, as a Halloween episode, it is severely lacking. The stories aren't that scary or even really creative, the atmosphere isn't there, and with the exception of Roger being scared in the opening story, this could have been set on any other day. The episode is good, I give it a 7 out of 10, but for the Halloween aspect it gets a 3. Still, this is a really solid show, and if you're a fan of MLP and haven't seen it yet, give it a watch. I think you'll enjoy it.
But tomorrow we go back to Disney sitcoms with one of the most famous episodes of The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. See you then.